Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Dreamfall Chapters. We have a comatose rat in our pocket. Let us see if this will work. Go, little rat, go!
Shadow, what was that noise? What's going on? Light. Not this again.
Alright, I think that may have been the wrong one. I think I may need to get another rat. Let us double check. Yeah, that does not seem to be the right place. I think we do need to use the other one. Alright, let's get another rat. There's a reason why all that stuff was available. Multiple times. I wonder if we could have slipped some, yams with the, even song to... Oh, I already had more cheesy bits.
Here's some particularly potent cheese. Filthy shadow spawn. Eat it. Eat it all. A comatose ground crawler. Just what I need.
There we go. Let's go ahead and get some more even song. I do still have the poisoned cheese. There we go. Alright, so, a second rat is off to serve its duty. Boop. Go, little rat, go! Do your work for the alliance, for the resistance. You.
What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
A rat.
You've got to be kidding me. Not again. Shadow damn ground crawlers.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
Yep.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it. So yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
Indeed. Okay. So yeah, you need to open up one to get the little sphere out, and then you need to open up the other one to get the rat in. Do. You guys have anything to say?
Nothing to see here.
Okay. I'm going. In we go. What the heck is that? Is that a computer of some kind? What would they need all these pipes and the spheres for to make a computer? Investigate the building to learn more about the pipes.
He's one of the people who work here. I've noticed others like him entering and exiting. They're odd-looking. He has the posture and dress of an academic, but he doesn't look like any scholar I've seen. He must be a scientist. I've heard of them, but I've never seen one up close in the wild.
In the wild.
Whoever he is, he surely holds the answers to what's going on in here. I must interrogate him. He's one of the people who work here.
Alright.
I've noticed others like him entering and exiting. They're odd-looking.
Down the stairs we go.
I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous.
Oops. What'd we do?
I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous. More of those odd metal orbs. They're doing something to them here. Altering them.
Huh.
I don't know what these are, but they put me in mind of a lady's vanity. Except with knobs. Lots and lots of knobs. I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous.
Wonder if there was supposed to be a sound effect or something.
These are probably work tables, although I've never seen work tables with gauges and meters and knobs before.
Can I open up that? Nope.
I recognize instruments such as these from cloud ships. Gauges and meters for reading things like pressure, height, and humidity. Why would they need that here, on the ground?
That's a good question.
The instruments probably provide information relevant to the pipe network. If only I could read them.
Yeah, if only I hadn't skipped that day in class.
I recognize instruments such as these from cloud ships. Gauges and meters for reading things like pressure, height, and humidity. Why would they need that here, on the ground? There's mathematics on that board. I've learned the fundamentals of addition, subtraction, and multiplication, but the numbers on that board are like Crystarian runes to me. Completely meaningless and somewhat disturbing. There's mathematics on that board.
So that goes down there. How do we get up? Ah, there's stairs over here. Alright.
He has the posture and dress of an academic, but he doesn't look like any scholar I've seen. More of the metal machines that have been put up all over town, but these look different. Bigger, shinier, more modern.
Well, they are protected from the outside.
It all looks very impressive. It must have taken a great many resources and a great deal of work to assemble these. I won't venture to guess what they do, but modern science is certainly involved.
Yeah, there's definitely something suspicious going on.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only.
Too
Please
bad.
leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
And he's not even an old man.
No problem. I'll be quiet as a...
A mouse?
You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose.
Really?
You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
And now with
Maybe
much nicer
once.
hair, too.
Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name.
Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
What engine?
The engine that... you know, the engine. There's only one engine.
What does it do?
The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... you know, before you were a traitor?
Let's assume no.
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
Because he technically
The
doesn't
engine
know anything.
calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations.
But for
we-
what?
My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone.
What are you
That's
calculating?
like two things that mean you shouldn't be here. And
Oh.
I could probably think of more if you need me to.
Oh, I'm sure you could think
I
of
have
more.
a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are two things that count in your favor.
Yeah.
Granted.
So what does this
Quite a bit.
calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to.
Yeah, I think you can.
Bigger and sword.
Yes.
As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its
Okay.
core functionality.
And what is it calculating?
Adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers, big numbers, and it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky.
Sure.
Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Okay.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but
So what are you calculating?
we're tracking dreams.
What?
Dreams.
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university.
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. Now, this allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand.
Yeah,
The
but
fact
not what
is,
the point is
this
behind
the
all this.
most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
I'd be prouder
Why
if
are
I
you
knew
doing it?
why.
Well, I don't quite know.
No one does something of
Because
this
we can.
level just because
no
you
one
can.
else can. Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
And you haven't picked
Who
up through
knows
all
what
of
the
this?
engine's for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions.
Well, maybe you should be asking questions.
And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Probably because of the
Because
magic.
of the tower and what's below it. Vast
Yeah.
eddies of, meta-energies.
Meta... Do you mean magic?
Yeah.
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years.
It's still dealing
An
with
end
magic
to
down there.
chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the
Magic
engine's
isn't
fully
any of those
operative and the
things.
programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want with science. Reshape reality, rewrite the laws of the cosmos, remove death and disease, poverty and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams.
That sounds connected to
Magic
story
is
time.
highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos, injects uncertainties and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
Are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done...
That's not
You
happening.
believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yeah, yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie?
So that your
It's
conscience
simple.
wouldn't be a
The engine
problem.
isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands,
No,
where they
they
can
really
You
aren't.
really believe that? What would the magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us.
They
They
were
said
lying.
They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the magicals away from Mercuria. Because of the engine.
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know.
You didn't
I
want to
didn't
know. Like,
They're children.
that's ultimately what it boils down to. You didn't want to
They
know.
lied to us.
Do you need to remove all magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thaumaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
Oh. No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days.
Oh, that
After
sounds bad.
They can pull the lever whenever they want.
That sounds really
That's
bad.
the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. Changing the world for the
Molding the dreams.
better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First, and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Uh-oh.
Kian. I had a feeling it was you.
Mia?
What are you doing here?
Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds.
Well,
You,
poop.
engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus. You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
See if that actually
Old
makes a
Town was
difference.
distraction. Vamon meant it to be a struggle, for my men to die. He wanted to take my mind off the investigation.
Yeah.
Commander Vamon and the
probably worked
emissary
well,
have
didn't it?
been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine.
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
They're not the enemy.
Stop Saya and Vermon, not to fight our people. Not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior
No,
officer.
Cisco
They are
is the
your
emissary.
They are traitors, Mia. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me.
It was kind of
Instead-
not time.
You've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the The goddess, your nation. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for 2 reasons. One, as a courtesy to the mother. It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And 2, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go.
No, you're gonna have to let me go.
You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret.
There's no time for that.
Will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm ready to confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
Ask Saya and Vamon about the camps, and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Get off me, you idiot!
Go! Go, Kian! Make them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
I'm surprised that guy has the strength to hold back
Shadow,
a warrior.
Damn you, man! Leave this place! Now!
Get going. Oh, Bip, what are you doing? Oh, crap. Looks like Bip has been caught by someone. Gotta wonder how Kian is getting out of the building alive.
Yes?
Mother, it's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Goddess. Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Trying to find out what was going
Speaking
on.
with one of the engineers, Fadaus, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the resistance.
But
It is as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
for what reason?
That I don't know. Yet.
Well, that's because you didn't
And
give
until we
Kian
do,
time to
we
tell
cannot
you.
confront the mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he... How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless...
Oh, what the heck just happened? Sorry about that. Something just took focus away from the game, I think.
My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
So you should have spoken to Kian a little bit longer, gotten more information out of him first before letting him go. But this is it's a bit of a worry. Give me a second to make sure that everything is okay outside. Yeah. All right. No, all right. That's it's a little annoying. There was I think something popped up, and I probably need to get rid of that. It doesn't usually cause a problem in other recordings, but apparently it does with this game. All right. Well, looks like Anna's here.
Kian, thank the balance your back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken... yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bip? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Kian. It's too late.
Well, crap.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here for one child's life.
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy?
It might be more than one boy,
I
though.
thought so.
This is what happens when we let Azadi criminals live.
Stop it. That's not what happened, and you know it. They're sending all the magicals away.
I know why, and I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Really? Are you serious?
Yep.
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
I couldn't care less what you do with your life, Kian. But if you die, the Resistance suffers.
Why do you care about
And
the
if
Resistance?
I don't go after him, Bip suffers.
Can we really afford to lose more people? We've lost so many already. And Ane has her hands full with those who've been injured. Soon, there won't be enough of us left to fight.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... we can't stay here. The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
You need to stop
Curry
leaping to
favors? How would
conclusions.
I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud.
That's true.
Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.
You need to calm down there, Liko. Chapter 7, Hunted. Seems like a good place to call it an episode.